Yeah, last week's picks and see how well we did.
All right.
So week 5, did you or did you not pick the Panthers?
Week 5, the Panthers.
You gotta be more
played.
specific.
It was
Who
Panthers
they
or
playing?
Jags.
I picked the Jags.
I picked
I
the
think I picked the Panthers.
Panther. No, I picked the Jaguars actually.
I just wrote it down. So
Yeah, I picked the Jaguars to upset the Panthers because I thought they
Okay,
would.
and then the Patriots, Redskins.
Yeah, that was
Patriots.
Patriots all the way.
I'm pretty sure I took the Redskins. Oh yeah, I think we
Yes.
talked about this earlier. I
Oh,
took the
yes.
Redskins because the Patriots were supposed to lose. Like they lose one bad game every year. I was right for a little bit, but then I was super wrong.
I mean,
So,
about half
I'm
of
just
the
gonna leave
first
it at
quarter,
that.
you were right. I'll give you that.
I was right until almost halftime, but it was close.
True.
All right, Bills Titans.
I had.
I'm pretty
this
sure
was
I
a
had the
coin
Bills
flip.
because the
I think
Bills
I went
defense
with the
lit.
Titans though.
Bills, Titans. I don't even
We need to start
see
writing
who
this
I
down.
picked.
You coin flipped.
I think you
told Siri
did.
to flip a coin.
I didn't pick. I don't see either. Bills, Titans.
Did you
Yeah.
take Ravens or Steelers? Because I know I didn't
I
pick
had
the
the
Steelers.
Ravens over that. Because I
I
think
didn't
they were
write that one
better.
either, but I probably took the Ravens.
They were
Yeah,
very
I'm
good.
pretty sure
close.
everybody was like Ravens and the Steelers are awful.
Mhm.
Well,
It was a
that
close
and
game.
Everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
All right, this was actually like the Tank Bowl. I mean, I love it because I watched it in person. I say the name, but
Yeah.
they call it the Tank Bowl. Love it. It's so funny and it's so true. The Cardinals played the Bengals. The Cardinals won. I know I picked the Bengals. So I got that.
Cardinals.
I think I had the Cardinals here because their defense was supposed to be better, but the Bengals that is one of the most embarrassing losses their franchise has ever had.
But they needed to because they need another quarterback.
Oh no, I know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that they lost. I'm saying that's got to be one of the worst losses you'll ever have.
All right, and then it's the Texans Falcons. Texans won. I know I picked the Texans because I said the Falcons suck.
I said the
I
Falcons
picked-
had to win this game, but I think I picked the Texans.
I picked the Falcons. I figured they'd have to win at some point.
I mean,
Yeah, that wasn't the day.
it's really bad when your offense is incredibly good at everything except running. Like, you have one of the best high-flying offenses, and your defense is supposed to be incredibly good and much improved, and they get lambasted by Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I'm just saying Deshaun Watson had a 75-point fantasy week for Dan.
He threw 5 touchdowns and almost threw 2 more actually. So
Well, yeah, so I'm just saying I almost lost
Wow.
last week. Did because I got lucky.
pretty sure the Texans have scored 50 points back to back, but I might be wrong.
I will check that before.
That's kind of insane. Deshaun Watson's pretty.
No,
good.
he's only scored 10 last,
Oh, okay, never mind.
or the week before, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So then it was the Saints Bucks. I know I picked.
I definitely
picked
had the
Saints.
Buccaneers winning this. I thought they were going to upset the Saints because they upset
You
the
were close.
Rams. I was really close, but Jameis sucks, so
The Vikings Giants. I actually don't know who I picked for this.
I picked the
Picked
Vikings.
the Vikings.
I said if the Vikings lose, that's the end of their season. And they did
I don't
not.
remember. I
Kirk
think I
Cousins
picked
had a
Vikings, but
game,
I'm not going
man.
to quote that.
Who won?
TDs.
I don't even remember.
Vikings won
Which one?
28-10.
Oh yeah, the Vikings won 28.
Kirk Cousins threw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he also played a very bad.
Oh, he played a
game.
terrible defense. So I mean, if the Patriots end up losing this game, that is horrible.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
both
that's
quarterbacks
what
are
they
playing
did.
terrible right now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty
Daniel
sure
and
both
Tom
of them
threw
picked.
back-to-back interceptions.
Great way to start, guys. Good job.
Killing.
All right, so then it was Bears Raiders. The Bears lost by 3,
I had
24
the-
to 21. I had the. No,
I
the
think I
Bears.
had the Bears. Yes, that's an upset that we didn't pick.
I mean, is it really? Because the Bears' offense sucks.
Yeah, it looks really bad without. I mean, we thought it looked bad with Mitch. It looked worse.
It looks pretty bad now.
without Mitch. So
All right, this was a pretty simple one. The Eagles Jets. Pick the Jets.
I picked the Eagles.
I picked the Eagles.
I probably picked the Eagles.
That was
I can imagine picking the Jets to do anything.
that was just really bad. The Jets are. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just how bad their defense is, but they look horrible.
Yeah, no, they're bad.
They don't have
They're
their
not good.
quarterback, but they still look really bad even with him.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so Broncos Chargers. The Broncos won 20-13.
I had the
I had Chargers.
Wait,
I
no,
had
this is my upset. I picked the Broncos over the Chargers. That's right. I
had the
remember
Chargers.
that. I said check
Here's-
down Flacco's gonna win it.
You did. I think I remember you actually.
And Cole
And I
doubted
said
me.
check down Flacco sucks. He still does, but
He still sucks, but the Chargers look horrendous on defense.
Yeah, when you only got to score 20 to win, I mean, you're doing something pretty good.
I mean, Phillip Rivers is massively struggling, and Chargers defense is horrible.
Dude, I honestly think Phillip Rivers is one of the underrated.
He's underrated as hell, but when his defense is bad, he looks terrible.
Well, I mean, any team that their defense is awful is going to suck.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
I'm sorry.
I feel bad for the talent on the Chargers because they have talent on offense, and it's just being wasted.
I know I got this next one wrong because it was the Packers-Cowboys, 34-24. But that wasn't even honestly a close game.
Yeah,
So
I picked,
happy about that game.
you should have seen him, Austin.
I bet he was like, I remember coming over. I remember like days I was over at your house in high school and Cole sitting there like cheering. Oh no, we were watching the Heat Spurs when Ray Allen hit that corner 3 and Cole was like, he wasn't crying, but he was like, what just happened?
Oh yes.
Okay. There's a lot of reasons I didn't like that game.
Stay on topic.
No, it was just really funny, but I remember how nuts he goes. So I can only imagine
Cole
about
can-
That was the moment that bitch ass LeBron lost his chance to be the GOAT. I mean, that was the second time he lost his chance.
True.
Oh my god.
True.
Right,
But
He had to get bailed out by Ray Allen because he's too much of a bitch to hit a 3.
unfortunately, I picked the Cowboys because they were at home, but apparently
I picked them at home too, and I didn't. Well, here's what I'm gonna
Aaron
say.
Rodgers apparently owns the Cowboys at home, and I was unaware
Anyone named
of this.
Aaron is the owner of the Cowboys
And Aaron
Stadium. This is the way
Jones
it
just
works.
decided to have a career game all of a sudden, so that was interesting.
I'm gonna say this: Dak chose to have a really good game.
He chose the worst time to have a terrible first half.
No, I mean Dak just. This is my proof. I had arguments with so many people that Dak is not as good as people.
If he has
proof.
no run game, he's not good.
Yeah, I know.
If he can't,
So,
he has to be set up to be
The
good.
thing is, they're also like they're splitting carries. So I have a total problem with the Cowboys. I'm gonna vent on this real quick. The
Yeah.
Cowboys team is built around who? One person. And you know who it is. Just say the name for me, please.
Let's build around Zeke.
Thank you. Why are they splitting carries with Tony Pollard?
I don't know. I know he was supposed to be Zeke's quote unquote filler in replacement when Zeke wasn't there on his holdout, but he's not holding out at
Here, hold up. I'm going. Where's my phone?
all. And here's the thing: the Packers' run defense is really bad.
Yo, I don't know
How they
I'm looking
stopped
this up.
Zeke, I have no clue. How the Packers all of a sudden
Because it was at Cowboy Stadium.
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. The Packers went from giving up 200 yards running to not even. I think Dak had more rushing yards than Zeke did. I don't even know if Zeke hit 100. It was.
He didn't. He only had 62.
Exactly. I don't know what the hell the Cowboys were doing. They started out passing for some reason, and the Packers' pass defense is legit. They have a good pass defense. They got good corners. They got good corners and good safeties all of a sudden. But their run defense is terrible, and they have their linebackers, if they have time to get to the quarterback, can get to them. And so I don't understand why Dallas' game plan was to throw against a team with a good pass defense and a bad run defense. The Eagles showed how bad the Packers' run defense can be 2 weeks ago. Why not do what the Eagles did? It was stunning.
I'm mind blown that Zeke only got. So listen to how many yards he has. All right, so his game against New Orleans, he had 18 attempts. He had 18 carries, but only for 35 yards. Like the Saints bottled him up.
Yeah.
He had 12 carries for 62 yards against Green Bay.
What was so weird is how many times they chose to throw it, even after.
Why is he only getting 12 carries? How many carries did Tony Pollard get?
I don't actually know if he got more. If Tony Pollard was getting. I wasn't paying too much attention to who the running back core was. I was more focused on the fact that all of a sudden Dak was being forced to throw all these downs in which like he threw a lot of pass yards this game, right? Like he had set a career high, I think, for himself, right? And to be fair, in the second half he looked a lot better. But he was being forced to throw on almost every down because they were so far behind. Like they were down like I think 31-3 or something crazy at some point. They were so far behind. They turned it into a pass game. So, like, I don't understand why he was making these decisions to throw to these horribly out of place, like, players constantly. And the Packers had 4 picks. One of them was overturned by a penalty, and then the other one, I can't remember what happened to it. But, like, he was forcing balls into players who were not open ever. And he was constantly. There was one pick that they threw where this Packer corner made this incredible leaping catch.
3 picks that they made.
But Dak was throwing it into triple coverage. I was stunned.
But why is he allowed to throw the ball like that now?
Well, I think the reason is because of how quickly the Packers got up. It was 14-0 in the first quarter.
That doesn't mean
that you shouldn't go away from the run game. No, you shouldn't.
So many things
but they did. That's the thing. They decided to go away from it. And when they went away from it, they forced Dak to throw every down.
It's like, yeah, but Dak, okay, so Dak did not have a good quarterback or QBR. Only one person had a worse week than him.
Mm-hmm.
And can you guess who that was?
I'd say anyone on the Redskins, but that's just
No,
me.
It was Baker Mayfield.
Well, that makes actually so much sense.
I think he had like a 1 QBR. Literally a 1.
1.4
actually.
They scored 3 points, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I think statistically it was the worst game the Browns have had in like the past 10 years.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a couple minutes. I'm still going to sit here and rip Dak. Okay, well, not even Dak. It's not Dak's fault.
No, it's his game plan.
Yeah.
3 picks.
What is Jason Garrett doing?
Well, that's the thing, though. He gave up offensive play calling duties to this new guy, Kellen Moore. I think he was the former Dallas quarterback or a former quarterback for someone. And their offensive, it was whatever. He was a former quarterback in the NFL. Now he's an offensive coordinator who's now calling their entire offense. He looked great against terrible teams.
Yeah.
Now the last 2 weeks,
had over
he's
100
played
and some yards against Miami and
the Redskins and
Good
whoever
job.
the hell. And yeah, exactly. Terrible teams.
I could take a playbook from Madden and do as well as he did.
Exactly my point. And people were saying, "Oh, is he the next head coaching candidate?" I'm like, this guy's played terrible. 2 teams who haven't won a game, and one team who's won 2.
They've won 3 games, 2 of them in their division against teams that are easily worse than.
Oh, by far, and that's
playing the worst team in the league in Miami.
Exactly, and that's my point. It's like you go from like you're calling plays against these teams, then you go play the Saints, right? Who are a very good football team, even with Teddy Bridgewater.
Missing
and you barely ran the ball on that. You couldn't run the ball on the Saints, and so you had to start passing, and you still lost that game. Then you go to play the Packers at home. By the way, I can forgive the Saints game. You're in New Orleans, a hard game against a good defense. Then you go at home. You go down 21-0. In the second quarter. Where's the offensive game against a team who just got lit up on run defense? They gave up 200-plus rush yards the previous game. I don't understand.
167.
Or 100, sorry, nearly 200. Okay,
yeah, but
they just got destroyed on
exactly.
That's a pretty big game for most teams on the ground. That's a huge game. That run defense just got destroyed. They gave up like 3 rushing touchdowns the previous game. And then you go from that to having one of the best O-lines and one of the best running backs in the NFL, and you choose to only use him 12 times the whole game.
Yeah, and then they gave Pollard like 4 more carries or something.
I understand
for 20 yards.
And I don't know what happened to Dallas's defense. Maybe they were just overhyped to begin with, but that was a horrible performance.
You know, I don't know if you can say Dallas' defense.
No, I think you gotta. I don't think it was the main problem of that game. I do think it was the.
Think about it. Like when your defense goes out on the field, okay, they give up a touchdown. Maybe you get a little confidence back if your team scores or just puts up some points, right?
Right.
So then, like, oh man, our quarterback just threw another pick. We got to go back out. We've been off the field for like 2 minutes. Can we get a break, please? Oh, he threw another one. Oh my God.
No, I know. I mean, at that point, it was definitely on the offense by far.
I'm not saying like. I'm definitely not saying that
their
defense played well.
The Cowboys' defense played very sublime compared to what they could have played and have played in previous games. Yeah, exactly. And
I don't think you know what sublime means.
I do know what sublime means. Sublime
means good. Subpar means bad.
Okay, fine.
That's true. It is subpar.
subpar compared to what they have played in previous games. And especially, I mean, only let the Saints, one of the best teams in the league, score 12 points on them. That's pretty good. And then, I mean, I get Aaron Rodgers is an incredible quarterback, but it's not like he did anything spectacular. He's a
top
gave the
3
ball to
QB
Aaron
in the
Jones.
league.
He let his running back, who was having a great game, carry the team, and that's what a good quarterback does. You let the player who's carrying the game carry the team to a win. And I mean, I was stunned to see how bad the Cowboys did in the first half. Now the second half was different. The second half they came back and they made it look really easy.
But it doesn't mean Dak did anything special.
No, it's because the Packers' second half is an entirely different team than the first half every single game, and I don't know why that is, but that seems to be every single game they played this year. Now,
Don't worry about it.
don't worry.
Score update. The Patriots scored. I mean, shocker, but they're up 7.
Stunner. Anyway, so I mean, that's all I'm seeing is the Oh, apparently they actually got a special team score, so that's how the Patriots scored. Anyway, typical Giants.
I mean, either way, Dallas still sucks, and they need to figure out what.
Yeah, so I don't know where the Giants or Cowboys are going to go after this. They have a relatively easy game this week, though, so I won't.
We're gonna skip this next part about talking how good the Green Bay team is because otherwise Cole will be here all.
I think Green Bay is a little. They have serious halftime management issues.
I'm just kidding because I'll let Cole talk on.
I mean, you can praise his team. Go ahead.
Yeah, praise your team a little bit. Go ahead.
I mean, everyone named Aaron.
You cut out, Cole.
Dallas.
Yeah.
What?
You cut out after you said everyone named Aaron.
Everyone named Aaron is a legal owner of the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Well, okay, why would you say that?
Because
Have you
every
seen
time
the
a player
stats?
named Aaron for the Packers plays in Cowboys Stadium, they just destroy it.
Yeah, to be fair, Aaron Rodgers is now 7-2 at the Cowboys Stadium.
That's pretty bad. They got to figure out what's going on.
He has literally had some of his best career games in Dallas Stadium. That is
Dude, and that's not even.
insane.
See, the thing is, actually, that might be the worst game of the week. Like, not in the sense of like both teams like are awful. Like, worst game of the week was definitely the Bengals Cardinals
that
game
was
because
hard to watch.
they're fighting for losing. They're just trying to lose at this point.
Well, we're about to have the worst game of the entire season
oh my god,
this week.
I want to say the most shocking game of the week right here is the Colts versus Chiefs.
That was can I say for the record, I didn't pick the Colts, but I so called that they could win this game. I mean, said it with
you can say that about any game though.
No, I said the Colts are going to put up a massive fight against the Chiefs and they might win. Now I picked the
Jacoby
Chiefs.
Brissett, right?
Yes.
Say that right.
Yeah.
Brissett.
He's not bad. Looking pretty good.
I mean, he didn't
I
have
think he
any
could be a starter.
great. He didn't. He's definitely probably a starter on most teams, and obviously he's a starter right now because they don't have Andrew Luck. But
who's not coming back?
Who's not coming back, obviously. So he's clearly going to be the starter. I don't know if the Colts will keep him as their starter. They might try to trade him to a team who has no quarterback and try to get something better. But I mean, clearly he's competent enough and has the skills to be a starting quarterback by far. I mean, he threw a pick. He didn't throw any touchdowns. He only threw for 151 yards. It was at Kansas City. It was a really hard game, and he did everything he needed to do to win, to keep his team in the game, to allow them to win. So I mean, all he did was Marlon Mack had 132 yards rushing against the Chiefs. He carried the ball 29 times. That's the exact same amount of attempts they threw the ball. I gotta give credit to the coach. That's a great game plan he had, and that defense is legit.
Yeah, they played really well.
And
there's not really much else to say besides you shut down Patrick Mahomes, you can shut down the Chiefs.
That's the thing. We say shut down. He still threw a touchdown, 300+ yards, but
yeah, but if you can keep him from getting
4 touchdowns and 400 yards, you can beat him.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me. I'd give up 300 yards for a win every game.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. That I just think that the Chiefs have a way of losing, and the Colts are if they had a really good quarterback like they had in Andrew Luck, they could be legit NFC or AFC contenders this year.
I mean, they might even be contenders right now.
They might be, but they have to play a team with a good defense to do that because the Chiefs' defense is not good.
I want to real quick see their record.
I think
Or not their record, their schedule.
Oh, okay. I was just saying the Colts have to play like a good defense and beat them because the Chiefs' defense is not good, and
They have Houston, Denver, and Pittsburgh.
Houston, Denver, and Pittsburgh. So they're gonna play some. Denver's got a good defense. Pittsburgh doesn't. Houston's got an okay defense,
Houston's
but they
got
gave
a
up.
good
I don't know. They have a decent defense, I guess. They're nothing
All right.
special.
Reviewing the last game of this week, while this Jet house again.
Browns,
The
49ers.
Browns and Niners. The Niners are looking pretty legit. I'm pretty sure they're sitting 5-0 here, boys.
There's
Or
only
4-0.
one thing to say about this game, okay? One thing. The 49ers are a legitimate playoff team. That's it.
I
and-
didn't think they would be this good, but
Nope.
they are. Their defense is looking great.
The defense looks great. Jimmy Garoppolo is doing enough. And can I just say that the rushing duo of Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman looks fucking great? Like,
You can
who
say it,
picked that? Didn't see that one coming.
Yep.
And it's funny because Cole dropped Matt Breida in fantasy the last week,
Did you really?
right after he pops off for his best game of the year.
You know what? I won, so I don't care.
It's true. I can't really talk
I'm
smack.
probably gonna lose to Cole. I won't lie. My team's not looking.
I mean, I just lost Devontae Adams for another game.
Feels bad.
Feels bad. It's okay.
But I gotta say, I'll say one thing about the Browns.
They
Mayfield has the talent, but my God, that coaching staff is screwing that up.
suck.
Wow.
I don't feel like they know what they're doing.
I don't know if it's Freddie Kitchen's fault. I don't know if it's a play caller's fault. I don't know who the hell's fault it is. But for the talent that you have to lose this bad, like twice or 3 times this year already, and I don't know. I don't even know. This is such a waste of talent. It's disgusting, but whatever.
It's a. What do you think, Cole?
About what?
Just the Browns.
Ugh. I don't know what happened to Baker. I'm
Yeah, he
confused
goes
about that.
I don't know either.
Because he breaks the record for rookie touchdowns in the season last year, and then
Has he
nothing.
thrown 5 yet? I don't even know if he's
idea.
thrown 5.
Probably.
I think he has more picks.
They
than
gotta
this.
work. They gotta work on their O line. The
Oh,
huge
yeah,
problem.
It's bad. It's real bad.
This
He has
season
no
right now,
protection.
he's 4 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
Yeah, so he's double his TD. His interceptions is double his touchdowns. I mean, that says everything you need to know about his team right now.
He's.
If I was the
31st
Browns,
QB.
I would be trying to trade Odell for Trent Williams
Yeah, but the Redskins have
or
said they're
Jarvis
not-
Landry.
Here's the thing,
just
though.
either one.
The Redskins have honestly said they're not going to trade Trent Williams. As sad as that is, they're not going to do it, and it's just it's just not happening. So I mean,
It just
I
sounds
understand
like the
they
Redskins.
probably tried. The Browns have probably tried trading for a really good tackle, but it's just not happening.
All right,
Unfortunately,
we're gonna get into picks for next week, so we can get to this. I want to get to this last topic,
okay.
just because it irks me.
All right, we'll make sure to
Basketball.
write these ones down this time.
Who's gonna be the keeper? Of
I
these?
will keep the stats.
Just open a doc.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
no, right.
All good.
All right, Panthers Bucks,
Go ahead, Cole.
9:30 a.m. What?
Ugh, I'm not watching it. Fuck that.
It's in London.
Gross.
I'm going to take the Panthers because Christian McCaffrey is a.
Yeah, the
killing-
Bucks defense isn't good enough to stop McCaffrey. Just-
Last week I picked the Bucks to upset them, upset the Saints that almost did it. I gotta say I can't see the Bucks upsetting a run defense or a run team that's just that good. So I got Panthers barely. It's a close
Okay, so
game.
everybody has Panthers.
Yep.
All right, here's a fun one: the Skins and the Dolphins. I feel like we should pick who's going to lose this one.
Tank ball.
Basic.
This is
the
tank. This is
Redskins
the
have to
tank.
win this.
This is the tank for Tua game. This is the game that decides who gets Tua.
This is
Right here.
TFT, Team Fortress 2. Just kidding. Tank
Oh,
for Tua.
God. I mean, like Cole said, if the Reds, I don't know. Go ahead, Cole.
Yo, I honestly feel like if the Redskins win, they did something wrong. They can't even tank properly.
I don't even know.
Like, I feel like that's just something.
I don't even know if we got
the
I don't even know if the Redskins even got the one pick, if they even picked Tua.
I don't even know who the Redskins quarterback is.
It's Case Keenum this
Case
week. That's
Keenum
why I'm
this
picking
week.
the Redskins.
Yeah. Go ahead, Cole.
Didn't even know he was on the Redskins.
He was the starter for 3 games.
No
Just
idea.
that bad.
No clue.
I'm not gonna waste my time and watch the Redskins. Who would ever do that?
True.
Not me.
Can't argue with that.
This is just it's just sad. It's like this. You know what?
It's
This game might just be entertaining as hell, just because they're just not gonna play
Watch this
defense.
game be so close.
Watch this game be like 49-46 or something.
Okay, I mean, if you look at this logically,
Guess the Redskins.
The
just 'cause
Redskins
the Dolphins are
probably should
committing
win
to
this
tanking.
Yeah, the Redskins will mess up their tank by winning.
but the
Guaranteed.
Redskins, this is such a classic way to screw up and actually win.
I need Chris
Win when
Thompson
you
to
should be
score some
losing.
touchdowns. So
Look, the Redskins' new head coach, they fired Gruden. They got rid of him, which is not
doesn't-
surprising to anybody.
They still
it means
suck.
Nothing at all.
Dan Snyder needs
But
to get rid of
their
they
new
wanna be good.
Dan Snyder doesn't care about this team. Their new head coach, or quote unquote, their interim head coach, has already said the Redskins are going to commit to a run game when we don't
thank
have
you.
an
Please
O-line.
use Chris Thompson. Please
They,
use Chris
they have
Thompson.
literally
1,000
said
times.
they're going to commit to
Please.
running at least 40 to 40 times a game.
Please, I
Good
need those
Lord.
fantasy points.
That's how little faith they have in our quarterback situation, and how
I do
little
too.
talent. So I mean, with Chris Thompson, Adrian
But
Peterson,
don't be afraid to throw it to Chris Thompson, because that's just even.
I mean, they're only gonna throw it to Chris. To
Do
the
some
running back.
check downs.
So you got Adrian Peterson and Chris Thompson, who are going to be the majority of the Redskins' offense, which we already know barely functions. The Dolphins have no defense at all. They give
I
up.
don't even know who was on the Dolphins besides
They-
Josh Rosen.
They give up massive amount of rush yards every game. They give up massive amount of pass yards every game. They have no defense either. I would pick the Redskins only due to the fact that the Redskins actually have a slightly better O-line and a slightly better. No, we don't have a better defense, but we have a slightly better O-line and I guess some talent on offense. I guess. Well, the Dolphins don't. So I got the Redskins barely, I guess. Maybe a touchdown, a field goal. This is their only win this year, so
Dude,
if they lose
both
this
these teams,
game, if they lose this game, for the record, I am not watching another Redskins. Well, I'm not gonna watch this game barely anyway, but I am a diehard Redskins fan. I won't watch another Redskins game this year if they manage to lose this game. That's all I mean, they shouldn't lose this game. This should be the only win. But knowing the Redskins, they will.
Both teams are just gonna like run up to the goal line and just stand there like I don't want to score. There's nothing stopping me from scoring. We're
These
supposed to
teams,
lose.
They're just like opening a door saying, please walk through. It's the end zone. Have it. And their other team's just like, I don't want them.
Don't want
But I want Tua.
I don't know, man. You could honestly.
Just pick one.
Where is this game? Is this in Washington?
It's in Miami.
You know what? Miami's look relatively. They've had some relatively close games in Miami. I mean, before they get blown out, of course. They've had some relatively close games.
Yo,
but
I'm
their
straight up
defense is
taking
so
it.
bad that I think the Redskins will actually look good this game, unfortunately. So, yeah, I have those skins.
All right. Did everybody pick?
Yep.
All right, cool. Eagles, Vikings. I'm taking the Eagles.
Eagles.
Because I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Eagles
at all.
should win.
No one should.
Vikings got lucky. They were playing a really bad defense.
All right,
yeah,
next.
pick for Eagles.
Chiefs, Texans. I'm taking the Chiefs. I don't
Chiefs.
think Patrick Mahomes has two bad games.
The
wasn't
Texans
even bad.
defense is really bad. We're not really bad, but not good.
I mean, it's not the best, but I mean,
Deshaun, this is gonna be a great offensive game for the record. I think you know what? I think Deshaun Watson balls out this game over Patrick Mahomes, or they have a shootout, and I think Deshaun Watson wins. I think he wins. I picked the Texans.
okay.
As long as
Saints,
DeAndre
Jags.
Hopkins scores like 2 touchdowns, I don't care.
So you got the you two got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Saints, Jags. I'm taking the Saints. I don't
Saints.
trust the Jags.
Yeah. Saints should win.
Seahawks Brown. I'm taking
Seahawks.
because Russell Wilson's like returning
Crush
to
the
MVP
Browns.
form. I don't know how, but he is.
Yeah, that the Browns have no chance. They just
Even
don't.
though I just want to say this much, the past 2 times they have played was December 20th of 2015. The Seahawks beat them 30-13, and the Browns won in 2011 6-3.
Yeah, but like for the record,
Davian
But right
Clowney
now-
might break the single game record
yeah,
for sacks.
he might honestly get like 9 sacks this game. The Browns O-line looks like just dog
doo-doo.
shit.
I know.
Oh, it's terrible. And
This is a pretty simple one you should be able to pick, though. Ravens, Bengals.
Ravens.
Ravens. Don't you dare
yeah,
pick the Bengals.
yeah.
You
I
know
don't
it's not
want to
happening.
pick them, but because like
Ooh,
the Marshall
Bengals fans don't want to pick the Bengals.
but like I like the Bengals, like I really do. They're just a bad team. There's nothing to it. They're
Are you ready
also,
for-
by the way, they're also in a tank as well. So
Well, duh. It's the race for Tua. I think it was
there's 3
the-
teams tanking for
it's
Tua
the-
right now.
No, it's 4. It's
4,
the Bengals.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's the Bengals, Redskins, Dolphins, and who was the? I saw one more, but I can't
There's
remember.
another winless team. I just can't remember. who.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. No, they
Cardinals
just
don't
won.
want to. Why would they get to
Sorry,
it?
the Falcons are technically in it because they have
No, they
1
can
and
take
4.
that. They can take
Falcons
that.
aren't trying to be in it though.
No, they're not
No,
trying
the
to be.
the
They just
Cardinals
are
are
in it
one
because
of the
they're
lower
not bad.
teams that are going to be racing for them. The Rams, 49ers, though. is
Why would the
actually-
Cardinals draft Tua?
They're not going to draft.
But
him,
the
they're
Cardinals
gonna
have
trade
a win now.
And
though.
Patriots just got another pick.
Wow.
MLB update 1-4 in the 7th inning.
Yeah, that's not going well for Tampa.
Negative.
The Broncos are probably trying to tank for Tua.
Well, they're not.
The
really
Broncos aren't
tanking,
trying,
though.
but they definitely might, for sure.
We need to pick that Niners Rams. I'm picking the Niners. Honest.
Niners, Rams. That's gonna.
The Niners
be
have the
a
number
hell
one
of a
rushing
game.
attack, but their passing game's okay, but their defense is solid.
The Rams
Yeah.
look surprisingly bad. this
Rams.
year.
Really? All right.
You know.
I don't trust Jared Goff enough. He just looks bad. Like team offensively just does not look great.
I mean, besides last week when they played the Browns and just looked incredible, the Niners haven't looked spectacular.
but their
they
defense
have
is too
won,
solid.
But their defense is good, and their defense has won the games they've needed to win.
Yeah, that's why.
I think Todd
I'm
Gurley has
taking
a.
literally their defense.
I think Todd Gurley has a terrible game, so the Niners win.
All right, here's one because it's the battle of the birds. The car.
Battle of the
Take
Birds.
Falcons. Yeah, Falcons versus the Cardinals.
Gotcha.
Oh, never mind.
I'm taking the Falcons. I don't trust
Yeah.
the Cardinals to win.
Cardinals
the
barely
Falcons.
beat the Bengals, so yeah, Falcons should win this one.
Cowboys, Jets.
Cowboys should destroy the Jets.
You know, I'm taking the Jets.
If the Cowboys
Just
do what
kidding.
they did against the Packers, they'll lose. But I mean, they won't. So yeah,
I'm taking the Cowboys. Here's a fun one: the Titans and the Broncos.
God.
Dude, I'm picking check down Flacco.
No, they're not
I'm
gonna. He's
taking the
not.
Broncos.
He's
I
not gonna.
can't pick Flacco.
But the Titans' defense is better than the Chargers' defense is.
I don't care.
I got Titans over Broncos barely. So you got.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Now, who did you pick, Cole?
Titans.
It's just because I need what is it? Noah Fant or whatever. Do really well.
All right.
Nah.
I just don't see the Broncos. The offense is not good enough to beat a good defense.
All right, Steelers Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers.
The Steelers have a 29th ranked offense.
You know what,
They're so
Austin?
bad.
You know what, Austin? I'm gonna give your Pittsburgh team a chance. I picked the Steelers because the Chargers' defense is horrendous.
They're
It
better
is
than the
so-
Steelers offense.
I'm not even sure it is. I really am not sure.
They have the 11th ranked defense right now.
I honestly don't know if the Steelers' offense. I don't know if the Chargers' defense is better than the Steelers' offense. I really
I'm
don't.
warning you right now.
I know that the
They're-
Steelers' offense is terrible and their defense is not much better. But I think the Chargers aren't going to be able to score on the Steelers. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. I think Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon just run out of field.
Yeah, that's very possible. But Minka's really had an incredible start to the season with the Steelers. So Like, since he's been traded, he's been great on the Steelers.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, the problem... Okay, I'm going to say this, the problem with the Steelers. The Steelers' problem isn't the fact that their defense is bad. They're really beat up in the middle because they used to have Ryan Shazier, who was literally their backbone of that defense. Because he was one of the last people from, like, the steel wall.
Steel curtain.
No, the steel curtain was way older. I don't even know what we used to call him. But, like, it was... When it was, like... Ryan Shazier was learning from the greats. Like, Palomalu, Ryan Clark.
Right.
Some of, like, those old Steeler players who had been there for all the Super Bowls over the past, like, 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since the first was 2008.
They just showed a stat. Sorry, not to interrupt. They just showed a stat on this Patriots and Giants game. The total rush yards for both teams doesn't even eclipse 50 combined.
Haha. That sounds all right.
Like, how are the Patriots
about
not
to score
stomping
again, too,
this team? My God. Anyway, continue. I had to
about
point
to score,
that
and
out.
they're in the red zone.
Oh, of course.
They just scored.
Oh, cool. I didn't get the update. All right, last one is the Lions.
Lions, Packers.
Picking the Packers, dude.
Packers.
Packers are going to whoop them. Not even close.
Upset alert! Lions over Packers.
Okay.
Okay, all right. And
Sure.
then here's the Thursday game for next week. The Chiefs and Broncos.
Chiefs and Broncos.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I think the Broncos defense that good.
Yeah, the Chiefs won't be able to. The Broncos won't be able to score enough to keep up.